I would say number one. We're probably content with Germany. But just like when it comes to technology or like appliances, like stuff like this, it's like who made? It's like we take unique pride and quality with our stuff too. I've noticed that in the industries and markets. Um, Even when you're a musician, like I've had a ton of guitars, and you can usually tell the cheap ones are manufactured if it's from China or Mexico or like Indonesia versus an American made or Japan made. So man, what we got today? I want to make sure we funnel your time. What's the new thoughts? What's 2025 looking like? Now you have value in the marketplace, especially on social media. Now there's a base standard of like, yeah, let's put all the capital into the product, telling more about the product. The functionality, let's make a 1-minute video on the functionalities of the product. Let's see the product in action at this event that we're doing. Things like that, you can do that. But that's more of a LinkedIn viewership only. If you wanted to get, Instagram or Facebook recognition or any type of YouTube traction, that personal brand comes in handy because that personal brand would most likely start on YouTube and a podcast. Do you have a podcast? So if you had a podcast that explained the power of networking through dissecting and wireframing out individual networks, like, hey, yeah, I met this guy, and when I met Marty, we came together, we did a deal. Well, how did Marty meet you? Oh, yeah.
Dude, I love this. Wait, can you guys do like the video and like little like graphics and stuff in the screen?
What drove you to this vision, this mission? Why are you putting all your time and money behind it? Why are you doing this? And then making that connection with, you can do this too. Here's episodes, a series of how you can make better connections. Maybe that's the tagline, making better connections. So, this thing doesn't stop.
Good conversation.
Yeah,
Thank you, Brian.
you got it, man. This EdTech space will be eating a nice little pie if you can get into it. What took so long is the technology portion. I didn't even know it was EdTech, and then I didn't even know we were in the OTT space, which I'll share what that is. And so I've been able to take all of my music experience, all of my education that I have, and media experience, and I figured out kind of the next big boom of like where everything is going, and it's online education. Our main reference is Masterclass, one, because it's the sexiest out there. It's cinematic, and they're already doing partnerships with like Delta, and they're the only EdTech space that's been able to do this just because they shoot in cinematic quality. I've been working on it for like 6 years, to be honest with you. I just didn't know what it was. It took me a long time to figure out what it was, and so we're in the OTT model, which means over the top. Over the top, bro, is anytime you see an app like Netflix, Hulu, or Paramount that can integrate in between devices, like a phone, tablet, desktop, and smart TV, that's called OTT.
School principal in North Jersey, but then he's also a pastor at a church
Oh, wow.
in New Jersey as well.
Wow.
But the key about Carlos that makes him very unique is that yes, he has the NFL space, he's a school principal, but he's also 100% Dominican.
How you feeling after that?
Bro.
So you got like everyone's trying to hit you up now.
Man, this is the part where you gotta check in. So when you have a vision, there's two other components to this whole thing. One is seen. No, they're both unseen, but one is very evident. The one that's the first one that's unseen is God's provision to your vision. There's always a provision to the vision. You can't beat that. Because most people don't get the opportunity to build from the ground up. They will not get the opportunity to build from the ground. They'll always work for other people. They'll always work for other people who have dreams, and then they'll see them every other week. Imagine building a community or a team of people who built a startup or built a product, built a community that not only benefited them, but the people that they were serving. I think that's that is priceless. And so that's what we're doing. That's where you see me get buying. Like I'm sharing the idea on people who I think can bring a immense value to what I'm building based on their dream living inside of my vision. Pancakes for a living. You know, or maybe something different you think of. Maybe more strenuous than you thought. Maybe take more brain power. But I believe at 21, I was very ambitious. I was very driven, very focused to get me to the place where I'm at now. So when I was y'all age, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I mean, it felt like nothing else existed. So the pitfalls is what we're betting on. So there's 3 to really 4 main components that make us successful, but we have a window of time to make this successful. And this is the reason why I haven't put out any content. When Masterclass was first coming out, I remember almost the temperature of the day when I first seen the course. Kevin Spacey, as one of their first courses, just came out, stellar, looked amazing. Then he goes to jail for child molestation, or like he just came out with the show House of Cards, great show. But then he goes down. So when I'm looking at Matt, I'm like, dang, they took a major hit. It's like their first guy, and he's a pedophile. Most people aren't built to go 6 years without seeing anything. Imagine Noah building a boat. And people are like, bro, you still working on this boat, huh? You think it's gonna be the best yacht in the world, huh? There's a lot of those things. The thing is, be obedient. And if God has sent provision for the vision, he also will send provision for the things you can't see coming. Man, I thought DJ was gonna be like this dude is a maniac. I didn't know that. I didn't know he was gonna steal all of our content and go build his own platform. I didn't see that in the vision. That wasn't in the plan.
Right.
What his provision says is, what did my word say? For the things you can't see coming. That's how you know it's a God idea. There's certain people, guests that I asked on here who are like, have a unique background. Like, I mean, and then they pulled out. This is like 2 months ago, because we were getting ready to start the next phase of recording. And I was like, hey man, I know you said you're down to do it. Some people that I built relationship with, and they said they were in. 2 of them, like within 24 hours pulled. I was like, yeah, you know what? Watch this. Watch. It's like, yeah, you know, just in the season where I'm at, you know, I don't feel released to do anything, and I don't. What were the language that they were? It was like, yeah, I'm just gonna have to kind of pass on or wait on it later. Another guy kind of said the same thing, and then a month later, I watched YouTube.
Oh Lord.
Oh, you started a platform for church techs and creatives. Your own thing.
Are you for real? Yeah, bro.
And I just laugh, I just giggle. Because if I didn't have the provision or the promise that God has already sent, I could have got mad. Hey man, you didn't tell me that you were why did you, could have done all that. I know that I have something that they don't have. First of all, but I also have a God idea. I don't have just another tech idea. What would make me feel like a failure with faith is fuel for the vision. Is when people see an opportunity.
People say what?
When people see an opportunity, this goes back to the IP thing I was telling you earlier, that I gotta finish telling you about. When they see opportunity, they don't see collaboratorial partnership, let's build. They see, what could I do if I had that? They get greedy. Me and my thing. That's what happened in the garden.